All right, now summertime's over. You probably have a stack of photos, and if you have a digital camera, that stack is probably like in the thousands. Now, you obviously can't use them all because Flickr will only accept so much, and people really don't want to see your vacation 350,000 times each year. So why not take all those extra photos and make them like into a cool mosaic? It used to be really cool. People say, oh, it's awesome. They took a picture of the Mona Lisa, and it's made up of little pictures of other arts. Awesome, awesome. So
how do you do it, Roger? Help us make a photo mosaic.
All right. Well, just to give you an idea of what we're dealing with, let's take a picture that I already did.
Ooh.
My face. And you can see it looks like I have a skin condition, but it's not so. It's actually a bunch of miniature pictures making up...
That are giving you a skin condition.
Yes.
Whoa.
Look, my individual photos from Australia back from 5 years ago at the Gold Coast. Awesome, but it serves as a lovely backdrop to create the blue on the set of a show I used to work on 4 years ago. Awesome, awesome. So, let me just show you. Now, normally to do this, you need some application. You can pay for it. However, being the show that we are, I decided to pick out the ones that are free because we're all like free.
Yeah, free is good.
So I picked out Andrea Mosaic. Unfortunately, there was a much better one. Centarsi, unfortunately, the lawyers got onto him and said, you can't distribute it anymore. So this works just as well. And it's kind of cool. What you need to do first is basically select a photo set that you want to make your base tiles from, something you can draw from.
Yeah, so you're going to need a bunch of photos. So if you don't have a huge collection of photos, there's places you can go to get them.
That is correct. And in fact, Andrea Mosaic includes 1,500 if you don't have any of your own because you've never taken a photo in your life or have don't know anyone who has. In this case, I have a bunch of old photos from my Patrick's wedding. Ooh, I shouldn't leave that in there. Let's just, Morgan's birthday. Let's just do Roger's Japan vacation photos.
So you're just drawing on this folder full of photos right here.
Yes, and you can tell
and you're
it's
designating,
raw.
You can say, like, take pictures from here so we don't get our accidental, not safe for work photos into our mosaic.
Oh, they're perfectly safe for work. It's just I'm not sure Patrick wants people to see his vacation.
Oh, no, I wasn't suggesting that his wedding wasn't safe for work.
So, it'll build the library. Right now, you can see at the bottom of the screen, it's going through the number of photos, images, and it's giving you an last time how long it will take. Now, once that's done, I'm going to just cancel it early because since I already have a set.
Just pull it out of the oven now.
You just need to go through and select each of the options here. And with the mosaic, how wide you want it. And it's very important. The more photos you add to it, the more defined it can be. If you use a lower amount of photos, it's going to come out a little blockier. It won't be as defined because, more pixels, more photos.
Yeah, and Andrea, who created this program, actually says she prefers fewer photos. She thinks it has a cooler look when you can sort of see the detail in the photos.
You know what it's cool for? It's like those 3D photos where people stand in the middle of the mall for like 3 hours trying to see the 3D image that isn't actually there.
The stereoscopic photos.
Those things are such a crock, all right? I'm going to tell you, it's short
They'll
aside.
hypnotize you, man.
They don't work.
NSA.
I've tried it, and okay, maybe my eyes are slightly off.
Yeah.
And maybe
but just a tip that if you are going to use big-size photos, you want to use ones that are relatively uniform in color.
Yes. Or you would want ones that, you can get a group because it does need to make a certain amount of color. For example, if you're wearing an orange shirt and all your photos are blue, it's going to have a harder time making an orange. So you basically go through, select all your options in terms of the number of tiles you wish to use 60, 50. I've basically used all the defaults. And then when you're ready, you just select an image that you want to use, and then you click Create Mosaic. Oops, I have to load a tile first. Let's load a collection. We'll load that. Let me know that. Woohoo! And then I can start creating the mosaic. And as it chunks away, this is an old Japanese shrine when I was in Japan 3 years ago. I've been so many places. It's going to crunch, and as you can see, there will be a progress bar. And when it's done, you'll actually come out with a pretty nifty photo. See if I got this one I made recently. This is me standing at the train station in Australia. A lot of Australian photos, but as you can see, my nostrils are made up of black
darkness.
And it's kind of interesting. You can see all these photos. It essentially just grouped them together to form the dark spots. So it will rotate.
Grouping you by color here. And
you do want to make sure that you select the ability to rotate and flip the tiles in the option setting when you go through the selection, because it will allow the program to take the photo, and then if it's not the correct way to get the kind of tone or the color you want, it will rotate. Now, just suppose you don't want to do this, you want to do this online, you can actually go to a great site real quick. You have one here over at Patchwork. It's a German site, and cool thing, though, is it uses all the photos freely available, public domain, or I should say public domain, but Creative Commons photos available on Flickr. And here's a short click of all the stuff that people sent up. I already did mine. And it's kind of cool, and it works really, really well. And, of course, all these pictures are an aggregate of the photos that you will find on Flickr.
Wow. So that's a lot of photos that are going into making up these mosaics, and that's why they look so incredibly awesome. And also, it almost looks like, each photo has been reduced to, nearly pixel size. I mean, it really is quite nice. So.
Now, the one thing to warn you about is it's very popular, so you will have to wait in a queue. You will actually be kind of set up in a line, and depending on how big the photo becomes, it will take you anywhere from 30 minutes to a couple of hours. So be conscious, be aware of that. Great way to reuse your photos. Again, if you have kids or you have a large collection you want to do something with, create something nice for someone's birthday, a memorial book or something, awesome way to do it.
And if you want to do something a little bit more complex, check out coverpop.com, which has photo mosaics where you can mouse over the image and it makes the images pop out. So show us this one. This is one of my favorites. This is a mosaic of vintage science fiction covers.
Nice.
And this guy who put together coverpop.com just whipped together a program one day that allows you to do this. So this is kind of for the advanced photo mosaic fan.
Cool. Awesome.